Brittany Sykes is headed to Seattle. She just got traded from Washington. This is a major, major trade because Seattle is a contender. They're a team that's on the verge of knocking on the door to contend for a championship, and they just got one of the most lethal scorers in the WNBA. This is a huge, huge move for them. They only gave up Alicia Clark and Zaya Cook. If you want to see more breaking news and stuff like this, make sure you like and subscribe and then comment in the chat. Let me know. So the Storm did not have to give up any huge asset. They didn't have to give up Skylar Diggins to get a player like Slim. If you don't know, Brittany's nickname is Slim, so I'll probably say Slim a lot. But they didn't have to give up one of their top 3 players to go get somebody that can give you 30 points whenever needed. This is a big move for them. And I was on Showtime and HD's show last night, and we were talking off air about Dejanay's trade is actually going to be the one that shakes up the league, because that just gave them like that one missing piece, that last thing where you say, okay, this team is stacked. So teams like Seattle now are going to go and grab somebody like Brittany and say, let's stack the deck too. We got to be a contender. If we got to face the Lynx in the playoffs, we might catch them on 2 off nights, and Brittany Sykes might be on fire, and now we win this series. Like, we have to go and grab some players that's going to help us win, because the league is getting stacked now. We see it with New York. New York has been going crazy for the last 3 months on picking up players, and now you've seen it happen in Minnesota, and now Seattle is looking to do the same thing. So this league is about to get a little crazy. Honestly, I for sure thought if Washington was going to make a move, they were going to let Aaliyah Edwards go. In my mind, she would have did well in Dallas or in Las Vegas, but so far she hasn't moved, and she might just be sticking around there. But they're so stacked at the bigs department. They have Big Mama Dolson, they have Shakira, they have Kiki, they have, I feel like it was one more. Who am I missing? I think there's one more. But they're so stacked. Who am I missing, man? It's like, but anyway, they're so stacked when it comes to bigs. I thought they would be moving off of one of those bigs. Now, unfortunately, in all this, Zaya Cook got cut, and I'm a huge, huge fan of hers. She has what I think is the best high school basketball highlight. She crossed somebody over. They fell. She did the ooh face, let them get back up, and then did a reverse flip the wrist layup. Crazy. One of my favorite highlights. I love it. So her to be sent over to, where'd she go? She went to Washington, and now she got waived. Man, it sucks for somebody that I'm such a huge fan of. Hopefully some team will find some use for her and pick her up. But that's just kind of like the collateral damage of these trades. And I believe a pick was involved. So let's go to the browser so we can actually look at exactly what went down in this trade. Here you see the welcome Brit bundles. That is Sykes' handle on X. But this is her welcome, and this is exciting, man. We're going to get to see her play some real meaningful ball. Like I said, she can go and get you a bucket anytime needed. So let's go to Underdog. They'll have the details of the trade. I think a pick was involved. The Mystics have waived Syka, and Zaya Cook has been waived. Okay, those two have been waived. Trade summary. There we go. So the Storm solely getting Brittany Sykes, Alicia Clark, and they got a first-round pick. That's big. Mystics have a first-round pick for next year. So that's going to be big. With Sykes being out, they might stay steady in the standings, or they might drop. I don't see them going up. Alicia Clark is not an upgrade from Slim, so I don't see them getting any better. So they might fall, and their draft pick might be they might end up getting a high draft pick, just the way everything plays out. So getting that pick is good for them. See what some of the fans are saying. They're so smart. Here's the numbers comparison. I was gonna bring that up, but Slim is at 15 points a game. Clark was giving 3 points a game. So that's the upgrade they got. They did not give up much production to go out and get Sykes. That's a huge, and this is why I'm excited about this move. That's a huge, huge move. So I guess the Storm win this. I don't know. Why would the Mystics do this? They probably did it because Brittany probably wants to go play some meaningful basketball. And that's something I do want to talk about. Is I see people saying, "Well, what are the Chicago Sky doing? Why didn't they go after that?" Listen, man, when it comes down to moves like this, they go to that person, that player. Brittany's a vet. They go to Britt and say, "Hey, Britt, we're thinking about, moving you. Where do you want to go?" Because they could have went and said, "Hey, let's offer Chicago Britt for, I don't know, anybody. Let's offer Chicago Britt for Kia Nurse. Her production is the same. Her production is better than Alicia Clark." But Brittany Sykes isn't going to want to go to Chicago and play, unfortunately, meaningless basketball. And that's not a knock, but I doubt Chicago's going to make a playoff push. Why would she do that when she can go play and contend for a championship? And so that's the reason why Chicago didn't get this trade. I'm starting to see that online already. No, Brittany is a vet. She's going to get asked, where do you want to go? Do you want to play for a contender? Or do you want to go somewhere where you can still be the number one option? And if you know Sykes, she's a competitor and she wants to win. We've seen that happen in a rival. So it makes sense that she went to a contending team. Here you see she led in points and assists and steals. Like, this is what they're adding to their team. A team that's already scary. So Seattle, they came for business, man. Here's the thank you post from Seattle to Clark. Right now in the W, man, the good teams are just getting better. And again, me, Showtime, and HD, we're kind of talking about this. Like, our team's gonna start stacking up seriously. Like, and then there's a person in Las Vegas that they don't have a stacked team. And what is she gonna do? Is she just gonna let her career go and say, "Hey, I'm just gonna rock with Vegas, and I got my few championships and MVPs, and we're good"? Or is she gonna say, "Hey, it's time to load up the deck. Let's go grab some players so we can have a stacked team," or "I'm leaving to a stacked team"? That's what I'm kind of interested in seeing. We know New York is set. I think the Fever are a healthy Caitlin Clark away from being on that level. The Storm have arrived, and the Lynx, they're there. Phoenix was there, and they're looking a little shaky now. So we'll see what happens in the W. Things are getting different and spooky and fun. So I'm AJ. This is my mic. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.